Lighting test, scene one, take one. Okay, so today's assignment is a lighting test. So the assignment is basically to do a three-point lighting setup. And the reason I'm walking away from the camera is because I want to make sure that my lights are adjusted. Now, for my lighting, I have an app that I can use to, kind of turn my lights off. And so this is the ambient lighting in the room. And if I check my filming app, and you'll hear my family upstairs because they're upstairs having a Christmas meeting. You'll notice that the light is harsh. It's coming down. It's bouncing off my bald spot. It's causing shadows all over my face, and it's really kind of unflattering. And it's very top down. So what we're going to do is we're going to improve the lighting by using a three-point lighting setup, because that's what this lesson is all about, three-point lighting setups. So I'm going to start by turning off the overhead lights. Okay, pretty dark in here. You pretty much can't see a thing, except maybe my face in the light of my phone. So let's turn on the first light. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the first light, which is going to be an LED panel, camera left, set at roughly a 45-degree angle and set up high. So let's start with that light. That's a little bit better, right? So let's take a look. I want to see what you're seeing, so I'm going to take a quick look at my app. And you can see that there's a pretty good set of shadows now. This side of my face is slightly hidden in shadow. There's a bit of a shadow here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this light even further over and turn it just a little bit more. You'll see that from the other angle. All right, so with that turned, we're getting a nice Rembrandt triangle here. And looking at it from the opposite direction, there's a nice Rembrandt triangle here, and you're seeing my face in shadow. But there's still a lot better light. Let's go ahead and turn on the second light, which is I can't think of the name of the type of light, but it's more of a spotlight, and that one's on my right or on my left. It's also diffused, so both of my lights are diffused. My LED is diffused, and this other light is diffused. So let's go ahead and turn that on. Okay, and now if we look at the app, or if I look at the app, you can now see my face a lot clearer. It's very well defined. You can see both sides of my face. It's a bit brighter in here than it was because it was very dark. Let's turn on the last light, which is going to be so we've got our key light on the right. We've got this very diffuse light on the left. Now let's go ahead and do backlight. So that it causes a ring, and I've colored this one a little cooler than the rest. So once again, you'll see this through the other camera. We'll turn this light on. All right. And so now we have a key light, which is the third light. And as you can see, just based on what I'm looking at on the app, you can see that there's a nice bit of coloring here. And it's actually bringing out my shirt so that you can actually see that it's a bit backlit, and it's actually framing me here. So this is a basic three-point light setup, which works really, really well. And I'm not using any of the ambient light in this room. I'm not using any of the what do they call it? Practical lighting in the room. I could use practical lights. Right now, I'm just using cinema lights for this. But as you can see, that's what a three-point lighting setup looks like. So I hope this was somewhat informative. Thank you. Take care.